one, I got the formulas over here on both sides of the board. So it says write the point slope form. Is that formula 1, 2, or 3?
2.
It is 2. So point slope starts with a P. These have parentheses. So that kind of gives you like, they both start with a P, then it's this one. Okay, so we want to write it in formula 2. And so we're going to label X1, Y1, and this is my M. Okay, perp, we have to do two things with perp. What are they? Flip and change, okay? So it's going to look like y minus, what is my y1? -1, no, -4 equals my m. So what if I take 1 over 4 and I flip it, what is it going to be? 4 over 1, which is what, though? What's 4 over 1? It's just 4, okay? So, and then should it be negative or positive? Should be negative. X minus my x1 is 1. Okay, and then I need to change that minus into a plus. Okay, number 2, 3. Okay, is parallel. What's the difference between parallel and perp? Parallel stays 100% the same, so my slope is going to be 5. So it's going to look like y minus my y1 is 2 equals my x, which is 5. X minus my x1 is 1. Okay, number 5 and on is a little bit new, but not new. It just adds an extra couple steps, okay? So it says write the slope-intercept form. Which formula, formula 1, formula 2, or formula 3 is slope-intercept form? 1. It is not 1.
Oh, 3.
So it's got to be 3. Okay, so this is what we want our answer to look like in this form of y equals mx plus b. Okay, the y and the x always stay there. Okay, the m is our slope, which we've already been working with, and the b is going to end up being the y-intercept, but it's really nothing that you need to know. Okay, so we're going to start off. That's what we want our answer to look like. Okay, and the whole goal really between the difference between these. Okay, if you see how the y is by itself on this one, that's what the goal there. Okay, is to get the y by itself. And these formulas, you have to go in this order. You can't do formula 2 without having an m. You can't do formula 3 without getting it in this form. So they kind of go in this order. And so if we look at this, we can go ahead and label just like we've been doing. X1, Y1, and this is my m. Okay, notice how this is formula 3 that we're trying to get. That means that you probably need to use formula 2 for starters, okay? You kind of work your way up. So we're on step 3, so that means you need to do step 2. So we're going to write it out the same way we've been doing. So y minus y1, so y minus 3. Okay, does this one say parallel or perp? Parallel, so we're going to keep it 100% the same. Equals my m, which is 8. X minus my x1 is 1. Okay, so that's nothing new. That's what we did yesterday. So what we did on this first part. Okay, you're going to have 2 steps after this. It is going to be, what do we do first? Starts with a D, but it's not divided. Not divided. Huh? What do we got to do first? Distribute. Okay, maybe disperse, yeah. Okay, so we're going to distribute first. That's going to be step 1, okay? That's going to be our very first step. So 8 times x, 8x. 8 times -1, -8. Okay, that's our first step. It's going to be to distribute. Okay, our second step is to move whatever is by the y away from the y. So what is by the y right now?
3.
Negative, -3. So how do I move a -3?
Add 3.
Add 3. So we're going to say plus 3. And where is he going to go under? The 8x or the 8?
The 8.
The 8. Okay. Why the 8 and not the 8x?
Because the 8 is a number at 8x.
Yep, so the 8x has a letter, so x is gotta go with x, this number's gonna go with numbers. Okay, and so the 3's on the left are gonna cancel, so we got y equals 8x. What is negative 8 plus 3?
Negative 5.
Is the negative 5. Okay, and if we look, this is what we wanted our answer to look like. Y, we got a y, we got an equals, an m is 8, our x is our x, and then a b, which would be negative 5. Okay, so you're gonna have those same steps every time. You're gonna put it in point slope, you need to distribute, and then either add or subtract. Okay, it's gonna be the steps every single time. Okay, and I've gotta tell you, the parallel one's gonna a little bit more tricky because a lot of times we get fractions, so definitely use your calculator on those, okay? The perpendicular, I'm sorry. So the parallel ones are typically easier than the perp ones, just so you know. Okay, but as I was just saying that, then this one's a fraction. So, we're gonna go ahead and label x1, y1, and this is my m. Okay, and if you're not on the one I am, please get on it because it's a fraction, so things are gonna start getting a little bit complicated. Okay, so we're gonna say y minus by y1, which is 4, equals, what is my m? 9 over 2. Am I gonna leave it the same or does it need changed? Leave it the same because it's parallel. So we're gonna say 9 over 2, parenthesis, x minus my x1, which is 2. Okay, the same we did before. If you have two negatives, now would be the time to change it. Okay, do we?
No.
No. So our next step is going to be to distribute. Okay, the first part is super easy. Okay, 9 over 2 times x is going to be 9 over 2x. Okay, the second part, here's how it needs to look. You're going to type on your calculator the fraction button. Okay, we're going to fill in the 9, you're going to hit the down arrow and fill in the 2. Then you need to hit the over arrow, okay, and that's the most important part. If you forget to hit the over arrow, what happens is we say times negative 2 here on the bottom, and that's not what we want. We want it to look like a times negative 2 off to the side, so you need to make sure you hit the over arrow. Okay, so do that, and then I'll show you how to, don't click erase. So hit your fraction button, say 9 over 2, hit the over arrow, and say times negative 2. Okay, and do not click erase on your calculator, because it's going to make your life a lot easier if you just leave it all on the calculator. Negative 9? Okay, check it, even if you know that that's the answer, it's fine. Finish typing. Okay, so you should already have the 9 on your calculator. What you can do then, what's going to be your next step? No. What's going to be your next step? Look at the problem. We're going to add 4. So on your calculator, you can just say, because it's going to have a negative 9 right there, you can just say plus 4. It's going to say like answer, and then you plus 4 or something. Okay, and then click equals, because then you don't have to type in your fractions all over again. Okay? But if not, and you want to do it by itself, you totally can, okay? So we're going to say plus 4, plus 4. So it's going to be y equals 9 over 2x minus 5. Okay, number 9, we're going to label x1, y1, and this is my m. Okay, so it's going to be y minus 0 equals, okay, my m, is this parallel or perp? It's perp, so what do I need to do? We're going to flip it, so 4 over 5, and then make it a negative. And we got x minus negative 5. What is going to be my next step? No.
Add like the x and the 5 because it's double.
Yep, so we need to change this first. It's going to have to be our first step. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and distribute. So negative 4 over 5 times x is is gonna be 4 over 5x. Negative 4 over 5 times 5. Negative 4? Okay, and then what needs done?
Add 0.
Yeah, you can add 0. Okay, who's he gonna go with? The 4. So we're gonna get y equals 4 over 5x minus 4.
Would it be negative 4 over 5x?
I don't know, should it be?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So right here should be a negative, and right here should be a negative. My bad, good job, Ben. Okay, last one is gonna be y minus negative 5 equals, what's gonna be my new slope? What's gonna be the new slope for that one? 7 over 4. Should be negative or positive? Negative. Okay, we're gonna change it to a plus. And then we're gonna distribute. So it's gonna look like y plus 5 equals negative 7 over 4x plus 7 over 4. Okay, and then we're gonna say minus 5. Minus 5. Okay, so we get y equals negative 7 over 4x. What is 7 over 4 minus 5? I have no idea, so somebody's gonna have to do it. 7 over 4 minus 5. The boys are making a different
1 over
face.
2.
1 over 2? Benny, what'd you get?
Negative 27 over.
Okay, so you can't do like that. You have to do 7 over 4. Hit your over button and like put the minus 5 off to the side. So negative 13 over 4 is what I got.
Well, I can just tell you what.
Huh? That's fine, I'll put it. Okay, the rest of the sheet is for you guys. Go through and get your side done.
That's what I got, and I got a big number over here too, so.
That's okay. Let me see, maybe make sure I typed that in correctly. Just kidding, it's not 13 over 4. I forgot the negative. Negative 27 over 4?
Oh, I was reading.
My bad.